All right, welcome in to Speedgaming 3 for one of the final two matches in this group of the A Link to the Past Randomizer tournament here at Speedgaming Live.
We have Coin Chaser versus Doomtap in the group stage. They have, do you want to explain what the stakes are?
Sure, so both runners have a chance to move on out of groups to the bracket phase as a result of this match. Neither controls their own fates. It's a five-person group, round robin, and Thalane has already clinched first place. So Thalane will be moving on to brackets. Doom, Coin Chaser, Norshmati, and Akuhaish are the other four members of the group, and they are all currently tied 1 and 2. And so based on the winners of these two matches, Coin Chaser, Doomtap, and Akuhaish, Norshmati, there will be two runners at 2 and 2, and they will, based on their respective tiebreakers, which is going to be their head-to-head results, move on out of this race. So we are off, opening up Link's house chest, and we get a piece of heart.
All right, nice of them to check the map at the same time for us.
We have like 3 crystals.
Yeah, and Eastern is red.
Mm-hmm.
Red crystals that unlock the big red bomb for the Pyramid Fairy later on.
So this is generally means that might be a quicker seed. These 3 Light World dungeons, much lower requirements in terms of items needed. So maybe less, chasing down of various items later.
You could be surprised at how much can be required for desert. But
True.
Usually the things that are required for desert are also required for beating the game in general.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you might get a seed where the mirror or the book is the thing locking you, but you're almost always going to find one of the two. The bit of a movement difference between the two, I think Coin Chaser just having a little bit of trouble in the courtyard. Doomtap had a little bit of trouble outside of the Uncle drop down, getting a clean dash to the bushes. Now, if you have that sword and boot start, you can't swing your sword until you've talked to Uncle, but you can dash through bushes.
Yeah, you kind of have like sword state, so to speak, turned on. Ooh, Cane of Samaria.
Neither of them farmed magic in the Uncle cavern, which was understandable because they didn't have a magic consuming item yet. But that's fine because the sword is almost always going to be a better weapon than the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, both runners very competent NMG speedrunners of this game as well. So expect to see a high level of gameplay here.
I love it when you say things like that as Doomtap bonks on the pillar. And Doomtap has no
I mean, that's just how it works.
Because he runs categories where you have boots in the escape.
Yeah.
So the map has been seen. That means nobody gets to flex their item counting skills by skipping the sanctuary chest. This is another place where the runners might show off their preferences. There's a couple of different ways to deal with the ball and chain guard. Doomtap's going to be, he's going to get accosted by the guard. Coin Chaser's just not going to take chances of that.
Yep.
I think when you have boots and you dash to the guard, it changes the RNG compared to walking, which is what speedrunners are used to.
All right. Coin taking a few bonks early. Maybe a little bit of nerves affecting his movement here, but it'll probably straighten out soon. So we've picked up Zelda, heading back to the throne room to do the backup escape.
Nice thing about casual boots compared to standard is you don't have to farm for bombs. For the back of escape checks, everybody gets to check those. The boots make that free.
Yeah, always have boots here.
Oh, I think that was a stray input.
Yep, looked like it.
He's also getting a lot more like door nudges and dashes that aren't really on grid compared to Doomtap. It may seem nitpicky, but it adds up.
Absolutely.
They still would like to find bombs, because usually the thing that people will do out of Sanctuary is go to Kakariko Village, and you really want to have 3 bombs when you go there. You also want to have 50 rupees. But because they're using dashes to get everywhere, they're not killing things in a way that will let the enemies drop prizes. So you're probably not even going to see the prize pack, let alone farm anything.
That's true.
And if you want a good time through the escape, now of course you could stop and slash your sword, but that's probably not faster than just farming the bonk rocks outside of Kakariko.
All right, we're gonna see what's in these back 3 chests here. It's the same amount of time.
Okay, it's the same.
Okay.
You sure it's the same?
I have been told it's the same.
I think going in the bottom and out the top is the same as going in the bottom and out the bottom, but I don't know about going in the top.
Okay.
I've never seen that before. We'll have to ask Doomtap later.
Yep, we will.
Those chests are not really.
Anyway, Doomtap's out with a
runs.
501 escape, so I'm sure he'll be very disappointed.
Yeah, they like to have a sub 5 escape in casual boots. I do like this thing they do when they're pulling the lever. They charge a dash to go.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of when you open Swamp in the vanilla speedrun.
It also takes care of the rats if they're in your way.
True. All right, checking bonk rocks here on Doomtap's side. And we'll see if we have any sort of opening routing differences here. Both runners were forced to open with escape in this mode.
They're not forced to stay on this path. They are incentivized to. It's technically possible to like save and quit back to Link's house and do South Shore.
Oh no, I just meant that they had to do escape, but now they're sort of on their own.
They are, and there was already some difference in that Doomtap is pulling a tree. We'll see if Coin Jacer does the same. Coin was a little bit later out of the escape.
Yeah, might not. He might be hoping that the resources just sort of fall into his lap. No, he'll also check the tree pool.
That's a good tree pull, though. Those rupees take care of the rupee requirement for Kakariko. Those rupees, not so much.
Those rupees, take them or leave them.
Yes. I think this route through Lumberjack counterclockwise is pretty common in casual boots.
Yeah. Checking Lumberjack ledge is also pretty common in casual boots. We start with a sword, so we're sort of one piece further in the Agile 1 progression, so to speak.
And the boots, one piece forward in the getting Lumberjack item.
Exactly,
as well.
Good point.
A lot of people will wait for boots to check that. Doomtap's the first into Kakariko by quite a bit. This is where you can see, this early game is where you can see the execution difference and then calibrate the rest of the run to it. Like if you know how much faster your opponent is out of the escape and opening checks, then when it gets muddier, you can at least get a sense of like how far ahead or behind you are when you both finish.
Coin Chaser managed to check another tree pull. Was that the tier 3 pull? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. It would be if he killed a bunch of enemies and didn't take damage.
I did see him farming a few enemies, but I don't know if he took no damage. But
yeah, if he farmed enemies above 4 and did take damage, we would have seen the same pull.
Exactly. So I'm thinking it was the tier 2, or sorry, tier 3.
I almost would want to just have another tier 2 because those red rupees are nice.
Yeah. Getting a bottle was nice here. Gets us access as it could.
Going on the left side. So he doesn't get a clean dash out.
Hook shot in Catwell.
They don't have access to East Death Mountain yet, but when they do, it'll be nice to be able to go across.
Need either flute or a glove for that. There's a Moon Pearl on the bottle figure.
Yeah, that's another thing Hookshot does, is it lets them get hook speeds. It lets them do things like the hook speed out of Blind's Hut on those tiny staircases. They do count.
Hookshot is also an interesting early game item to find because it means that we might have an interesting sort of Dark World opening once we get there.
That's true. If it's an Agassiz and you have to cross the river, the Hookshot is part of that calculation. If you don't have a hammer, or if you do but you want access to the North Dark World without the hits. Yeah, Doomtap has powder, but he can't check it yet because he can't get to the magic bat. Something I'll have to keep in mind for later.
Yep.
Usually that's done with the Smith chain.
And we will be grabbing this Master Sword for sure.
The Master Sword is pointing us in that Aghanim direction, but it's not in logic until the lamp turns up. The bow is giving us at least more things to do before we make that commitment. Eastern Palace is a crystal, it's available. It's a pretty easy choice for either runner to just go there and clear it.
And you know, very possible though that either on the way or inside Eastern we'll find the lamp, which we would need to beat Eastern.
Yeah, the Eastern has some weird logic requirements regarding lamp. You need at least lamp and fire rod for the boss to be in logic, and you always need the lamp for the big key chest to be in logic.
Yep.
Sometimes the big key chest isn't required.
So we don't really know what the logic is for any given seed until we go see, really.
It's a good hook shot use there.
And not much in Aghanim's closet.
Coin Chaser giving us a second map check. I'm pretty sure he checked it out of Link's house, but maybe it didn't linger on the screen long enough. I think he did spend less time with the map than Doomtap did,
True.
giving Doomtap a slight lead going into Uncle.
He also may have forgotten which one was the red one.
That's true. And when it falls from the sky after they beat the boss, it doesn't look red. It just looks like a normal crystal. You'd have to go into your menu, and who wants to do that in Randomizer? We have quick swap.
So Doomtap takes us into our first dungeon, Eastern Palace here.
Ooh.
That was interesting.
I like the commitment to dashing the cannonball room. He got a little lucky. I think he frame rolled through part of the cannonball.
It looked like it.
And was able to at least get a forward boost instead of getting knocked backward.
So it looks like Coin Chaser will be following him into Eastern.
Yeah, their only other real option is South Shore, and I think they would rather have the 500 rupees for Zora's check before they do that. They could Houlihan to get them, or at least get close to it, but that's a huge time commitment. Coin Chaser almost believed, but I think he was correct. It did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cape for Doomtap is another pointer towards Aghanim.
Is it because both have Master Sword?
They do, but we don't know the order the dungeon or the items were placed when the seed was generated, so it's possible that one of the swords is placed
the
later
sword could
in
be
the generation.
just like a filler item.
Yeah, or just it was placed after
I understand what you're saying.
Pearl and all that.
True. So like the cape could be a Aga pointer, but it's not necessarily one, but still, it could be.
It's like the more of them you have, the more you think, okay, it's just kind of Aga shaped. And it's that cape itself is also not locked behind the lamp or the fire rod. We're starting to approach things being locked behind lamp. Yeah. But at least the big key means that Armos Knights may not be lamp locked.
That's true, which means that our fire rod could be somewhere. Then again, though, either of these items could be somewhere, truly nasty, like on Big Zora, for example.
Doomtap opening the big key chest, Coin going after it as well. They found the map, so they're not they don't get to skip it. I didn't see if the compass was also found, but if it's a 50-50, some runners will skip it or they'll go back in. But they're not doing that now, especially when they don't have Dark World access.
Yep.
It's also pretty fast to do these checks with the boots.
Very true.
So the Dark Room in this here it's Doomtap got an Igor that, like an aggro on the other Igor that made it a little difficult to actually hit the intended one, but he was able to do it. Ooh.
Oh, nice hook speed.
Yeah. The nice thing about the hook speed is doors cause drag, and they'll slow you down to, even when you have hook speed, they'll slow you down to less than walking speed. And you can use that to stop your hook speed and enter the door. It's not optimal, obviously, compared to just hook speeding into the door, but you're probably not going to do that cleanly if you try.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Doomtap will be getting us our first crystal.
Coin Chaser has managed to feel out the Igor and I think kill every Popo in the room. The Popos are on the good pack, by the way. That's a common enemy pack to run into inside dungeons and even in the overworld. So it's really good to have that
Yep.
available for other places that have the rupee pack enemies. Doomtap didn't find anything in Eastern that points in any direction, but he did get a crystal. And it's a red crystal, so later on if the Pyramid Fairy comes into play, it might be worth noting that the red crystal was locked behind either the lamp or the fire rod.
Yeah, and so now we're looking at South Shore. We have South Shore, we have Adina. What else do we have?
That might be it. I don't know if Sick Kid was checked. I think it was.
I'm pretty sure it was because they found a very early bottle.
I think the Sick Kid had the bow.
Okay.
So the big key chest was a 50-50. I'm saying that Compass drop for Coin Chaser. They both of them win for it. The lamp is just sitting in Damn, that puts everything in Logic.
Yeah,
and
so everything that
Aghanim,
we've done is in Logic.
Yeah, now that all of Dark World through Aghanim is available,
Yep.
they can hookshot across the river, but they're actually locked behind either the Flipper's hammer or glove before they can do that. That means they only have access to pod from Aghanim. It might not be good to go there just yet, even if they know it's fired.
Mirror is very nice. We have a mirror shuffle, another bottle from Mini Moldworm Cave.
Don't think mirror locks anything yet. It will later, but...
No, but it's just nice to have mirror your when you enter the Dark World for the first time. Makes a lot of the routing decisions easier.
I think Doomtap's making the play.
Is he rushing Aga 1?
Yeah, he did not go all the way to Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, we're skipping Ice Rod Cave here. It means we're also not doing the water walking checks.
The water walking checks are out of Logic, including Zora, but it's often something done with Ice Rod Cave, and I can see why he might skip it now because he doesn't want to go to Zora's domain without having the money when it's all out of Logic anyway. So putting off Ice Rod Cave until he's ready to do that makes sense.
I'm not sure what strat we're doing here. We're doing our best.
That works.
Yep.
I think Doomtap probably knows backups for not having Beans and Aga. It happens a lot in NMG.
Yep. We will see what Coin Chaser does now, if he does the same thing, or if he looks like he is going to go to Ice Red Cave. So we'll get a peek at what that is.
Yes. Finally, some divergence.
Yep.
Probably not going to just be handed a hammer and a glove, but it could happen.
Yeah.
It could even be an out-of-Logic glove. And
so, glove opens up a lot, which would be interesting.
Yes.
Because it opens up the mountain.
That's true.
East Death Mountain.
Glove actually would be a pretty likely item.
So.
Now that Bombos, though, we don't know the medallion requirements, but the Bombos can be either...
Bombos can put Ice Palace into Logic?
Yep, as your fire source to kill Cold Stare or even to get past the first room. Or it could be your Mire or Turtle Rock medallions.
Yep. And so Doomtap very well might be looking for that Bombos medallion later.
So will Coin Chaser go to... yeah, he's going to check the Under the Bridge. I don't know if he'll continue past that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to be checking the out-of-Logic stuff here now, right? Instead of just going to Aga 1.
I think what he's doing here is the check he's doing now is really slow to do any other way than this. So he's just doing this because he has access to a water walk.
Okay, true, fair enough.
He might have, like if he gets flippers and can mirror and before going to pod, that would maybe be faster, but he doesn't have flippers yet. If he doesn't do this now, he'll probably never do it.
Yeah. So the only thing that would be confusing now later is if our glove ended up in like Adina, and we're sort of that would unlock a lot more. But I think it's pretty safe to assume, or I mean, I think that our runners are going to assume that it's going to be an Agassi at this point.
How long have they had this shovel?
They got it in Mini Moldworm Cave.
Okay, it's just a brewer.
Yeah.
I think Coin Chaser. I thought Coin Chaser was going to Agina's cave, but he's not. He's not anywhere near it.
No. Yeah.
So it really is just covering all his bases.
Yeah, chasing that shovel, which you know again, could be interesting.
The shovel did lead to a coin, and he's known for that. He did not chase Agina. He's still leaving one in Logic check behind.
That's right.
But check would basically have to be the glove
Yes, it
before
would have
it's
to be the glove for it
relevant
to be
to this
really-
part of the game.
Yeah.
Or at least before
flutes, I
Aghanim
guess.
isn't.
Glove or flutes. But
That's true. Just access to the mountain.
yeah, access to the mountain in general would be the only other interesting thing we can do that's not in the Dark World.
See if Doomtap can clip some boomerangs out of the arena. He's not trying.
Yeah,
I'm a little
he's not trying.
disappointed. I'm also not counting.
Nah, I'm not going to bother counting.
They'll have the same blue balls. Coin Chaser just going for double spins, or at least 2 spins each.
Yeah.
He only has 2 arrows. He can't really do what Doomtap did.
Okay.
That looked like a reasonable number of blue balls, but I certainly was not counting.
We were not here all day, so. All right, so what are we doing here? Are we going straight to pod?
I guess so. It's not the ledge. I don't think there is anything they can do that isn't pod from here.
Well, they have the hook shot. Oh,
So
do you need the glove to get over to the hook shot thing?
there's a hammer peg and a rock in your way,
I
and
see.
if you don't have either of those, you need to swim.
Ah.
He could, if he really wanted to, splash delete
But again,
into the water.
non-logic. Okay.
Non-logic. Pod is not great because he doesn't have the hammer, but it is probably the progression, and progression might just be the hammer. Oh, we get a Dark World map check.
Here's our map check.
So Skullwoods is green pendant, and Ice Palace and Thieves Town are other pendants.
That's right.
I did not look at Red Crystal, but we have a tracker, so hopefully that gets caught, and of course Coin Chaser will be checking that.
All right. Entering pod.
These pendants are not really allowing the runners to skip anything. Pod being bow locked is actually a pretty good sign that this is the right place to be, because the game did give them a bow, and the bow didn't lock anything in Eastern Palace.
True. Yeah, Eastern provided no progression. Yeah.
The thing I'm usually looking for going into pod is just like, does the game expect me to be here? And lamp and bow are the 2 things
Yeah.
where I see that, I'm like, this is probably trying to tell me to go to pod. And then for this seed in particular, there's just not that much left to do.
Yeah, gonna refill some arrows here.
If he doesn't find a hammer here, he won't be using arrows after this. But if he does find a hammer, he'll go to the boss.
And again, things we can find here: glove, hammer, flute, flippers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, something to let them cross the river, something to let them get to the mountain.
Yeah.
Doomtap is going for big chest, small chest, or sorry, the big key chest and the one below it. He could have gone to the bridge and seen if that was item number 2, but I think he needs to. He could have skipped these 2 if they were both keys, but they're
There's our
not.
glove.
There's a glove. So that's a lot of the mountain open and also all of West Dark World.
Yep.
Big. That's the item we expected to see.
Yeah, and then I guess now the question is, do you just dig pod as far as you can?
I think so. It's harder when
It's
you
just
have
hard
the
to get back to pod, right?
It's harder when you have the big key to justify doing this, but it's also, you're not going back here until you have the hammer.
Yeah.
So if the hammer is in the back, you're not.
Then you are guaranteed last one.
You've just lost, probably. Coin Chaser's getting us a nice long look. Swamp
Yeah.
Palace is our red crystal. We knew that, but I actually got to see it this time. So that's
Ooh.
kind of convenient because when you complete Swamp, you're really close to the bomb shop and you can escort it to the pyramid.
Tempered sword and vanilla hammer chest.
Yeah, that alone is worth it.
Yeah,
Even if
that's going to save us a lot of time and stress in boss fights.
I think it would be mighty greedy to skip the back of pod, hoping that you can just go mode it later.
Yeah, agreed.
Coin Chaser, quite a bit behind going to pod. That's mostly due to the extra checks you did in the light world. But one of those did lead to Bombos. So it's not completely lost time for him. That Bombos is decently likely to be required given our crystals.
Yep.
Ice Palace is a pendant though, so it's not going to be ice. Well, it could be if Ice Palace has the fire out in it.
Yeah.
then it's just
Which
hard
has
to
never
follow.
happened before, obviously.
No, they don't. They don't do that. Doomtap, it's like I don't know why he stopped at farming those rupees. I guess he just decided that he's not going to get to 500 in that
Yeah.
room. He has enough that if he finds a 300, it at least gives him
True.
the 500 he needs. He has decided to walk out of pod to go to the whatever, maybe the river crossing spot. I think maybe it would have been faster to save and quit to the pyramid. Do you think so?
I have to imagine.
He has the mirror, so save and quit would take him to the top of the pyramid. And I think that's one of those things where, like, an NMG, if you like die out of pod, then that saves time illegally. Is that correct?
Yep.
It's an interesting place to dash. I guess that just puts you on in line with that bush. So we'll be doing King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge on the way to the top of the Dark World. This is a good way to route these in. If he entered the top of the Dark
Yes.
World any other way, you'd probably have to do these on their own or just skip them.
True.
And he doesn't have another way to the North Dark World yet. The Coin Chaser, did he go to Bowlock side first, or is he... Ooh, missed the bomb.
I think he did. It was locked, right? So he would have had to.
Yeah, oh, that's right. The big key was in the shooter room, and the door is closed in normal games.
Right, that's right.
No, I'm used to that door just being
Okay,
open.
there's
Oh, there's
Doomtap's
his money.
300.
Nice. He needs a little bit of money for mini games, but usually you get that back. Especially big games, dig up some 20 rupees. Very unlikely he'll have spent enough of it and not have back to 500 before Zora. He's not anywhere near Zora right now.
No. And
So-
probably not tempted at all with all these Dark World locations we have access to.
His next decision point is how much of Skullwoods does he do. It's dependent. He doesn't have the fire rod. Some people will go in and just open one chest and leave if it's an item. Some people will just not go in at all. Or some people will do all of it. Okay, Coin's hammer jump, not going for 2-bomb strat, is doing a lot of menu buffers. I think that's fine because you can throw the bomb and then open the chest while the bomb's going off.
Yep.
You probably know better than me how much that 2-bomb strat saves.
Not very much.
Alright,
Doomtap
Doomtap.
finds an
This is a
item.
perfect one and done layout.
Yeah.
Can you leave? Yes, we... Okay, this is great. He's doing it. I think we did some seed analysis, and the chance of the second item being in the back fire locked is 40% if you found the first item in the first chest.
Interesting.
It's a pretty high chance that you just can't even get the second item, so why stay? But of course, if it is the fire rod, you're probably never getting it. It's the risk you take.
Yep.
Going doing a little bit more farming.
Alright. Doom cleaning up Village of Outcast.
And then Coin...
There's our book.
So I saw Doom like pause in that room, and I think maybe what he was doing was realizing that Harmless Hallway was a key, but Coin hadn't opened... Oh, he's gonna get a key out of here.
Yeah.
Coin hadn't opened the 4 turtles chest yet, so he didn't know, but also he wasn't counting. The Doomtap in Thieves Town now, he can't do all of it, or he can do all of it, but he risks leaving behind an item. It is also a pendant.
Yeah.
Are we counting?
This is a pretty interesting play.
There's an item.
There's an item.
There's always a big key in the front. If you find the small key in the front and don't have the hammer and it's a pendant, it's really hard to justify staying inside. Okay, Coin staying on Doomtap's path, not going to Catfish Zora. He doesn't have quite enough for Zora, so Catfish is unappealing.
Okay, well,
There's our mitts.
there's our second item.
You know what's interesting is that that glove was sequence breakable with that splash deletion, but then you would miss out on the mitts in pod. So if the glove was locking hammer, you could have skipped the double dip pod, but at maybe some cost of not having an early mitts and not having an early tempered sword.
Yeah. Was that Doom picking up red mail?
Yeah, it
He
was.
loves that.
Does he love red mail?
No,
he has
he
the
hates it.
mirror. He has the mirror. He doesn't.
That's
need
true.
it. There's no more death warping.
Exactly. All right. Well, that Thieves talent play I think was really interesting, and it really paid off in a good way. We'll see if Coin Chaser dips into it.
I think when you have this style of access to the North Dark World, it's really hard to get back to Thieves Town. So you do want to do as much as you can. In fact, even skipping that second Skull Woods item was mildly risky for that reason alone.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the tension of also you have the entirety basically of Death Mountain as well now in Logic.
For sure.
And pendant dungeons.
But now Doomtap can now do Death Mountain in the Dark World and Light World together. It's going to save a ton of time. Doomtap, I was joking that he would probably, or not joking, just pretty certain that he would not run out of money, but actually he kind of needs this 300 to get back to 500 after doing mini games.
Yep.
He did not get enough red rupees from the game, or incidental rupees from other chests. But he got that, and that was part of the calculation.
Yeah, both of our runners plenty of money now.
Doomtap's going to enjoy the benefit of the mirror, get to do the coin. This isn't faster.
What is he?
There was a myth in like the year 2019 that if you like pick up a Samaria block, you can save time because you go back to normal speed by getting pit state.
But isn't it just still normal speed? Oh, but you're carrying the guy. I see.
Yeah, but the time you spend like placing the block and everything cancels it out.
That's fun. So here we go. Coin is making the mountain play.
He is. He's missing out on the mids.
Yeah.
I think Coin is slowly bleeding time to not getting to do these mirror checks. Like not being able to do shovel with the Stumpy that Doomtap's doing. Oh, Doomtap went for an optimal bomb throw.
He will still have the mirror for when he does that. He already has the mirror, right? Yeah.
So the issue with Coin Chaser is, yeah, he has the mirror on the Death Mountain, but he doesn't have access to Dark East Death Mountain without the mids.
Right.
So Doomtap will be able to do Hookshot Cave with Paradox Cave. Sorry, I was trying really hard not to laugh at Doomtap's third Hype Cave chest.
And he finds a flute, which again very interesting. Gives us Mire access.
Flute combined with the mitts is very powerful, and it gives you really easy access to all of the Dark World portals.
Yep.
Like he could go back to Pod by Flute 5 now, which is going to save a bit of time. I think that's faster than Pyramid Save and Quit, but I'm not certain.
Coin Chaser and Hera.
Yeah, he has Hera Pot. This is pretty easy. Coin Chaser does have Temper. It's going to be a very easy Moldorm fight.
Yeah.
It is a crystal. He's also climbing Death Mountain in a way that doesn't lead to East Death Mountain because he doesn't have a hammer.
Right.
So he's just climbing it and going to Hera and then jump back down and do the hook shot to the other side of the mountain. That makes it a little bit hard to route in Spiral Cave. It just means you have to exit Paradox Cave. You don't get that natural progression of going down and up again that you do if you had hammer access to East Death Mountain. Oh, just immediately bodied jumping down, but it doesn't fall. That's the important thing.
Yeah, he needs a spin here to get the kill. Uses iframes from the hook shot. Secures it nicely.
It's an NMG strat you'll see in Moldorm too.
Yep. Ooh, getting a map there.
Oh, is that an item in Hera basement?
I believe it is. Or I think it's a big key in the basement.
Oh, that's right. Big key leading to an item.
That's right.
That's very unlikely to be checked until they absolutely must.
Because that is a very big investment for one item.
It's so big that you can pretty much count on your opponent doing the same thing and not worry about it as a disadvantage. He's realizing when he crossed over that he can't actually go that way.
Right, he doesn't have the hammer.
Wow, very nice hop. That was really cool. I think it's possible to get a hop like that locks you inside the glove rocks. And if you're there without a glove, it can.
Oh, okay, sure.
It can.
That makes sense.
Jail you, but with a glove, it's fine. But it is nice to skip the Hype Cave ledge or the Spike Cave ledge.
All right, Doom's activated his flute. He's now in the Mire area.
I saw that looked like ether to me. So it's not Bombos.
I couldn't tell.
Importantly.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't give us a lot of time with Mire Medallion. And we probably won't see it from Coin Chaser for a pretty long time.
Okay.
The Coin Chaser, what did Coin Chaser do? He went, I saw him go north to Graveyard Ledge, but he didn't go past that. How much of the North Dark World did he do?
That's a good question.
Because I did see him cross the river.
Yeah.
Oh, Coin got slot zeroed. he'll climb the stairs. If he climbs the stairs, he can do it again, but maybe he doesn't know that. If you kill, it's the middle Moldorm in Paradox 5 that drops the item that can mess up that bomb jump. And if it's a fairy, you can't do anything about it except fall and reclimb. But if it's another item, you can wait for it to land.
Okay, Doomtap in Crystal Desert. We can clear this because we have the lamp.
But not only will Coin Chaser miss out on the East of Mountain Dark World checks, but he also won't get to check the TR medallion.
No hammer. And no mitts, I guess.
Yeah, you need the mitts. But you always need the mitts for East of Mountain. You need the hammer to actually enter Turtle Rock. Does that hook speed save time for Doom?
I have no idea.
Because you're not canceling stair drag, but you are getting hook speed. Coin Chaser going back to the Dark World.
Yep.
Let's see what he does from here. He could go to Catfish and Zora now, or he could just go back to the path he was on before. Yeah, I still wish.
Looks like
I don't have access to like Speedgaming chat to tell me. I used to be able to just ask. What did Coin Chaser do in the North Dark World? He might have just saved and quit out of Graveyard Ledge.
May have.
I guess we'll know because we'll see what he doesn't do when he's here again. But he's doing Catfish right now, which makes sense. And that's something Doomtap might put off. It's possible that Coin Chaser doesn't want to think about Thieves Town until he has a hammer. Doesn't want to double dip it or have to make the decision. Right. Sometimes you want to put things off simply because it makes the decision easier when you get there.
Yep.
Like if Coin has already done so much of the rest of the world, and going into the rest of Skullwoods, for example, might be more appealing to him. He might spike a fire rod there because he had nothing left to look for. But from our perspective, Doomtap did find quite a bit. I mean, he found those mitts.
Yeah. What would be interesting is if he spiked a fire rod, which let him. Oh wait, no. He already has access to. Oh no, he needs a mitt to get into Ice Palace. Never mind.
Yes. Ice Palace. So all of the dungeons past Thieves Town on the tracker, including Ganon's Tower, require mitts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All of the dungeons where the second chest is a map instead of a compass, but it's not relevant. Except for you're in spoiler log and you want to know which one's the map chest and which one's the compass chest. Alright. Coin Chaser from Catfish splash deleted into Waterfall to get a water walk to check Zora faster and get the item. That medallion for Doomtap might be the Mire medallion, and in that case we'll see him go into Mire because he's here in Desert.
Oh, so we just saw him get Ether, so we now have all three of our medallions between the two runners.
That's right.
They all have different ones, or they're sort of partitioned here, which is interesting.
Where did Coin get Quake?
He got it in the Waterfall Fairy.
Okay, that's behind Flippers. Notably. So if they're looking for Flippers as their go mode item, then they won't have to look inside. If it's Turtle Rock, it's the only one left. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong about Mire being Ether, because Doomtap did not go in.
Yeah, and Mire's a crystal, and it would be otherwise beatable, correct? He has Samaria.
It would be in Logic, too.
And he has lamps, so it would be in Logic.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong about Ether. Maybe it's... He just did not give us enough time to see.
No, I didn't see it.
I think even our tracker didn't mark it because we're just not sure.
Okay, so Coin now doing North Dark World. We'll see if he dips into Skullwoods. Looks like it. Doom checking Ether Tablet.
Coin has been more thorough, so I do expect maybe not doing one of them. In fact, he's not even starting with that chest, so almost certainly we'll be opening all the chests in the front.
It looks like we'll be going until we get 2 items.
This could be very interesting if something good is here.
And then while we're watching this, Doom is retreading some ground that we've already seen inside Tower of Hera.
Nice boom strat. That's good. I can't believe he was able to get hook speed out of that fire.
That was pretty impressive.
I'm glad that the random community has moved past the bad habit of stealing a small key from the middle of Skullwoods. You're like always going to. Small keys are going
It's
to
just
land
very
on
slow,
your lap.
isn't it? Yeah.
Part of it might be that we no longer have the guaranteed pinball key, so you're more likely to just find a small key in
Oh, yeah.
the middle of the key chest. Oh, map and compass. Yeah, that's actually just a guarantee that the item's on map. That's funny. There's not enough keys. That's a key. I know it's a key. Coin doesn't because he hasn't opened the first chest yet, but that was it. Oh, maybe he did open it.
He did.
Okay. I mean, I can't blame him for opening that chest, but there were 2 keys left in the pool and only 2 places they could be, which is that chest and the bridge chest. I expect to see Doom, because he doesn't have a hammer, he has to enter the dark world from down here, so he might do, I guess he'll do Paradox first and then drop down through Spiral Cave and then climb back up through Super Bunny Cave. It would be pretty outrageous for Coin Chaser not to enter Thieves Town now. Oh, maybe he's just trying to spike a hammer before that.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Sometimes people will open all 3 chests before going in, just in case a hammer is here. It would be very weird if he didn't go into Thieves after doing all this other, like doing all of Skullwoods and you can't clear it and it's pendant, but not doing the Crystal Dungeon that's here, and you've done so much else.
Yeah, here we go. So we are entering Thieves Town. This is where Coin will find his mitts.
In fact, it wouldn't even surprise me if Coin Chaser did all of it. Even though it would be...
it's a pendant, though.
It is a pendant, but he might feel behind if he finds the mitts here. He might think, oh, Doomtap found those early. And that's probably the progression, but I need to come back somehow.
Yeah.
That's where the metagame comes in. Oh, Doomtap. In that second bar, you can like redash for free.
Interesting.
But I think maybe the beaming from the top might actually be good. It's that one I'm not so sure about. I'd have to time it myself.
All right, Coin finds the small key.
He's
and
progressing.
Looks like
He is actually going to the back. Yeah, I think he just feels behind or feels like he needs to be more thorough than Doomtap. Sometimes you enter a race feeling behind before it even starts because your opponent is a 123 runner.
Well, I mean, also don't forget Coin's movement early game looked like he had some nerves or maybe some rust.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really cleaned up since then, but it might have that mental effect of making him feel behind.
And a reminder of the stakes too. We have that weird dependency with the other Akuhaish versus Norse Maddie race.
Yeah, I don't know if we have a result on that match yet, but I know that our runners don't know, so both of them are still playing for their fates.
That's why I like it. Doomtap was like asking, like, hey, is it okay for me to check if the other race is completed? And like, do you really want to know?
Yeah. Even
if it was okay.
So Doom will be checking his Bombos.
Bombos, that's the one from Ice Ride Cave.
That's right.
We'll have to get there at some point.
Yep.
That could be pretty straightforward with the flute. I wouldn't worry too much about Bombos for Doomtap.
Agreed. The flute does get us there pretty easily. So Doomtap finds the flippers and hookshot cave.
That's good. That's Swamp Palace, right? Swamp Palace is available with just flippers and hookshot and mirror.
Do we logically need the hammer to get very far inside Swamp?
Oh, you don't need it because of Specky Clip, but the logic does expect it.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So if you're looking for the hammer, that's not really where you want to be.
Correct.
Unless, well, it's not actually bad. If hammer is your go mode, then Swamp could be really good because you open the first chest. The only one that can have
the
only one that can have hammer, and then you just go mode the rest of the time.
You get to like
easy breezy.
mini go mode it.
It's also there's
Doomtap finds Bombos.
Yeah, and again, a reminder of that red crystal requirement for the big red bomb is it's Swamp Palace. So if they're looking for hammer, it's not going to be there.
Yep. Coin taking care of the blind fight. Stays on script. Very good fight.
And it's a compass. He's doing this just for the pendant and for the warp out, but he has a mirror, so it really is for the pendant.
Yep.
I also think maybe he didn't know if it was a pendant because he doesn't have the item in the big chest. It might have been a 50-50.
You mean if he thought that it wasn't, or
I think that there's an item in Thief's Town that he couldn't get, and it was either on blind or in the big chest, and he has now left an item in the big chest.
well, how could it be on? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the hammer to get that. He might
Yeah.
have been hoping that blind had the last item, and it didn't.
Oh, right, gotcha.
This is funny. It's red guard here and
Yeah.
the Zora screen.
Yeah.
Just absolutely wrecking
Give that guard a
Doomtap's
raise.
day.
TM.
Doomtap does not need to do anything special. He can just swim.
Yeah, he's
But
got the flippers.
I think this is actually slower than what Coin Chaser did, because Coin gets a
trying to
nice
find
water walk. He can dash around Zora's
Ether.
domain, and Doomtap does not get any of that.
Yeah, now Doomtap has all the medallions.
He does. Now we get to actually see the My Medallion when he opens it.
True.
I could have sworn it was Ether, but now it doesn't
still
matter.
could be, but yeah.
Coin's not going to miss out on that because it's in Landmo. You're always going to do that while you're in the Meyer area.
Yep. Pretty convenient medallion.
The Smith Chain for Coin, this is interesting because he has the opportunity to mirror and check Magic Bat, but that will take him off course.
Right.
But it's not too far off because he could walk back into the Dark World portal above Kakariko and get back on course. I think it would be good for him to check this. It is in logic. Maybe not with the purple chest in tow.
We did get powder really early, and don't we have a way to, or do you need the hammer to mirror to the no, you don't, right?
You don't, but then your portal is in a place you can't get back to.
I
So that's
see.
what I mean by taking him
I
off
see,
course.
okay.
Is he
Sorry, I'm
can
a
get
little
the
slow.
bat, but then he's in
Yep.
the light world and he has to go back in the dark world using that.
Got it.
Portal, which is a little awkward when you're also trying to escort the purple chest. Coin Chaser will probably take advantage of an invisible purple chest glitch. If you, he'll check Stumpy and then just dash out. And that's okay because the purple chest, there's still some like follower flag on him that when he loads in the purple chest guy, it will,
It'll just respawn basically.
the version of the purple chest guy that gives you the item will load in before like the game realizes you don't have the item.
Oh, got it.
I saw Doomtap get dead rocked. What happened after that?
He dropped off the old man and then flew it away.
Okay, it's interesting that he didn't do that the first time when he was on the Death Mountain. He did all of Death Mountain just from the flute and didn't rescue the old man. It is
Yeah.
a pretty slow check, and when you have the flute, it's not necessary to have the same equipment.
True.
Sometimes I forget that the old man really is just a check, not like a requirement. Ooh, careful. Okay.
All right, Coin Chaser grabs his flutes.
Doomtap is running out of ideas. He's in Skull. He's in Pendant Skull Woods.
He is.
What?
What is? Oh, he's trying to find the last item, which we know is in the back.
It's not here. Yeah, he's actually going to. I think by now he should.
So what are we
once he
thinking
opens
now?
this
Maybe.
chest, he should know it's not here.
Yeah.
But he might want a key anyway, so it might be worth getting it and just leaving. Well, I think I
We
don't
have
know.
access to ice.
It's hard because Swamp Palace looks really nice because it's clearable, but it's also really unlikely to have the hammer.
Right.
Ice Palace has the opposite problem where it's more of it is in logic than Swamp, but it's also
less nice. You know.
it's you can't do the whole thing and it's a pendant. It's just worse. I don't think I would want to go to either. Swamp Palace is something I'd want to wait until I'm either in hammer go mode or at least have the hammer.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you have to go in there and maybe you're leaving behind the Fire Rod or Ice Rod.
Oh,
Well-
Doomtap hasn't seen this chest.
Yeah, but it's a key. He doesn't have enough keys to.
I see.
Yeah, there's. That's actually his first key or second key,
Mm-hmm.
and the last two keys had to be there and in the bridge chest because they can't be unlocked. He might be doing Smith Chain, and he might also do. He has a flute, so he can just do Magic Bat and not worry about losing his portal.
Yeah,
Does-
both have flutes now. But
Despite Coin Chaser's thoroughness, that's routing that Doomtap has chosen has allowed him to be more thorough. He is recovering some of his. He's giving a lot of time back to Coin Chaser. He's also going to leave behind an item in Thieves Town.
Right.
And I did see the map in the attic, so I know that it's not in the big chest. The big chest is definitely an item. I don't know why he's not in Mire. That's perplexing to me. He has all 3 medallions and it's in Logic.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why he would choose Thieves Town over Mire.
Again, clearable and logically clearable.
And I expect Coin Chaser to go there. He'll show us, if it's Ether, he'll be disappointed, but he'll be relieved when it drops from.
Yeah, Coin's activating the flute, so I would expect that Mire is the first place would go.
That was a really nice Thieves Town Hellway correction. Doomtap was not actually on the God Pixel, but he corrected to it and was able to get the dash.
Nice. And okay, we're gonna look later.
We're gonna look later.
Please hold.
You splash in.
Got the frame perfect dash?
Yep. He would not have been able to show that off if he had the iframes and the flippers. I was right.
It is Ether, yes.
I don't know what happened to Doomtap. Did he maybe mistrack and think Mire is a pendant? Or just forgetting that that's an option? Because he
I don't know.
had the ability to full clear Mire in Logic while he was in this area. As soon as Ether fell on his head. I do understand sometimes the recency of items. You had a plan after Landmo and it was not going to Mire because you didn't have the medallion. But at this point, he's in pendant dungeons.
Yeah. We still don't have any more access to pod than we had earlier. Swamp isn't very attractive. Still Woods we've already emptied out. You know, we're doing Thieves Town, but yeah, Ice and Mire I think are two really promising options. Although I do understand that we don't have the hammer for Colts here.
It's almost better that Ice is a pendant and you don't have the hammer. So you're not guaranteeing a double dip, at least.
True. You can look at it that way too.
You might even be doing less because you're forced out of the dungeon early.
Yeah.
And if you're really good at reading Logic, you can skip things, but if you're looking for Fire and Ice Rod, Logic just isn't. Logic is not a factor when you're looking for Ice Rod. It can be anywhere except Trinex and GT.
That's right. I mean, we're looking for Ice Rod, Fire Rod, and Hammer at this point.
Correct.
That's still quite a few items for this point in the game.
Surprises me a little bit that Doomtap didn't check Pedestal while he was in Skullwoods.
Yep.
It is a little out of the way if you're not going to the back of Skull. Maybe his thought is that I'll just get Ped.
Are any of those items that could be on? Or yes,
it's
Ice Rod.
It's
obviously.
only the Ice Rod.
Okay.
That might be the other reason. It's not Fire Rod. It's not Hammer.
Yeah.
Is Coin Chaser? I thought Lambo had the Ether medallion. But he's doing Lambo now. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was just in desert.
It may have just been in desert.
Either way, we'll have it by the end of this trip.
This trip.
It might have been the torch. When I said I saw it land on Doomtap's head, that's also possible in the torch room.
True. So here we go. Doom heading back to Mire.
Oh, okay. It exists. It's good confirmation. So despite doing like literally everything else, like Doomtap is the first person in Mire.
That's right.
And has also done East Death Mountain. And Coin Chaser is still significantly, at least behind for now. Of course, anything can change when the runners are not in go mode. It might be, the deciding factor might be who goes into Ice or who goes into Swamp.
Yep. And that choice should be coming up.
Doomtap's giving us a bow strats. Not even going for like, that was a very nice last slash. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, it was here. Okay,
okay,
we're
there
just
we go.
pre-tracking.
Yeah.
we know who'll have it.
Perfect.
It's a second Ether. There's some speed runs where Ether drops on Lambo, but it's for completely different reasons.
All right, I don't. Okay, yeah, Doomtap hasn't found any items yet. We'll see what happens here. Okay,
Godmire.
Meyer big key.
That's, you don't want to see Godmire.
No.
But I think both of them know that it would be unlikely for anyone to go move this dungeon.
Yep. Yeah, you're. There's
There
our
it is.
hammer. Okay.
So Swamp Palace is now infinitely more appealing, and even
yes,
Ice Palace. Is
and so here we
incredible.
go. Straight to swamp, it looks like.
Doomtap just, okay. That's a choice. It's fine. This is a crystal. That does make me think that Doomtap actually might just have mistracked the prize of Mire.
Interesting.
Because
True.
This
Because, yeah.
behavior is perfectly normal for a pendant mire. So you don't want to go into pendant mire. You've done all your other pendant dungeons. You're doing pendant mire last. You find the hammer there. You mirror out.
Yeah, and again, even if you were wanted to leave, you may as well beat Vitreous and see if that has your other item, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Even if you're trying to Godmire. I mean, maybe it's hedging on like I want to know if I should full clear mire, so I'll come back later when I've done all
Yeah.
the easy hammer checks. But that's a huge meta game that I don't think Doomtap is engaging in. It just doesn't seem like his style.
Yeah, definitely could be a mistrack. We'll see. Although, I guess he did not find the map inside there.
It also may.
Oh, wait.
That makes me wonder which pendant dungeon he thinks is a crystal.
No,
Or
but surely he would have seen the C in the corner of the screen, right?
oh, you'd be amazed. You
Okay.
you can just tune those out really
Yeah.
easily. You're looking at Link. You're not looking at your HUD.
Okay.
He might do ice thinking it's a crystal and then see a pendant fall out of the sky. We'll see if he like checks his map again after. That's usually the telltale sign that.
Yeah,
like,
he did get. I'm trying to remember when he got bombos. Although
got it-
again, hammer was there, so that would make ice less appealing. Yeah, sure.
Bombos is fairly recent, but it was before the pendant redives.
Yeah.
He did a Zora's Domain clear after Death Mountain. Let's see if Coin Chaser gets anything good in Mire, because that could be a big difference maker. And yeah,
Oh
the
my
ice rod's
goodness,
here.
there's our ice
So even if this is a pendant, leaving was not the correct choice.
No.
It's actually really good for Doom that this is a crystal, and he'll be forced to get back here. And by the time he does, he'll probably have nothing better to do than to get that second item out of Mire. There's still a Fire Rod out there, but now Pedestal is dead.
That's right.
The Fire Rod is. It only locks. Let me think. It only locks possibly parts of Turtle Rock and definitely the back of Skullwoods.
Yep.
But everything else, including Ice Palace, is fair game.
Yeah, we could make it to. Oh no. No, we can't make it to GT without Fire. Never mind.
Well, it's yeah.
Turtle Rock Crystal.
Turtle Rock is going to be an interesting point for Coin Chaser because he will have the opportunity to enter Turtle Rock when he's in Dark East Death Mountain.
Yes.
Doomtap's already done that, so he's probably not going to go looking for a Fire Rod and TR until he runs out of options. That could be good for Coin, but it's more likely to just waste time if he does. But it's not going to waste that much time. It depends on how far the game lets him get in to Turtle Rock. If he walks in and doesn't find a key, then he just doesn't need to do anything more. Got two NMG fights. Doomtap does not get the Zero Cycle. Coin Chaser does, but they're different bosses. Coin Chaser's Zero Cycle is slightly less impressive than Doom's.
Yes.
I can do that one. I cannot do what Doom was trying for. And also Doom's Zero Cycle is a little bit RNG dependent. If Argus just doesn't... If Argus charges you too fast, you might not be able to get the puffs in time. Nice sync on the crystals. I wish I was paying a little more attention to the item layout in Doom's dungeon. He might go back in and show us what it is.
I think he's going to go back in, but I could be wrong.
He's
No,
not.
it's not.
Where is he going? This could be a nice Palace play.
Yep. Looks like it.
Yeah,
And we have the hammer now, so
we do.
it is a lot more defensible.
Coin Chaser's cleaning up pod. I don't remember if this is an item or not, but it doesn't matter because I don't think there's a benefit to doing this later.
And then Doom, who did not check the pedestal earlier, still thinks it could be alive with Ice
It's
Rod.
true.
So definitely incentivized to clear this. Or at least more than Coin would be. Alright, so Coin Chaser diving back into Pod. He's our first one back here. I guess this makes sense, right? There's not going to be a better time.
Yeah. It's even if it's not an item, it's basically neutral when you do it.
I don't remember how many items we left here.
It's either 1 or 0.
Yeah.
Fun fact about diver down, if you do a diver down facing down, it is 8 frames faster than facing up. So you should try down first and then switch to up if down fails. Yeah,
Okay.
magic, it's nice, but not required.
No, not one of the items that we're looking for.
Key.
So at this point, collectively, we're only looking for the Fire Rod.
Correct. In fact, Coin is only looking for the fire.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
he needs the flippers. That's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In fact, Coin doesn't know that Ped's dead.
Oh, shoot. You're right. I didn't realize that.
Not key dashing. You can key dash with the burner cape, but you have to grid yourself at the very bottom of the screen. The hard part about that is quick swapping to those items quickly enough for that to be worth it.
Interesting. Doomtap mirroring out.
So he knows ice is a pendant. I just
This must have been the mistrack?
I don't know. I mean, he might have walked in and seen the P in the corner.
Oh, he's
And
going
he's
back
doing
to Pod.
Pod is an item, so this makes
I
sense.
see, yeah.
Thanks, Coin, for showing us that. Another thing that Doom
Sorry,
had,
what did he show us?
that Pod is an item.
Right.
Another thing that's Doom has available is Pyramid Fairy. He could do that into Catfish. I don't think he did Catfish. He did Zora's Domain only from the Light World, whereas Coin Chaser did it from Catfish, so he already has that done.
Oh, correct.
It's another opportunity for Doom to give time back to Coin. But the Ice Rod in Meyer is really the big wild card. I think a big factor is going to be whether Doomtap goes back into Meyer before diving Turtle Rock. That's going to depend a lot on whether he figures out that Meyer's a crystal before going into Turtle Rock. Coin Chaser will find the flippers up here, and that might give him a decision point about whether to go into Turtle Rock or not. If he was planning to go into Turtle Rock now, that might change his mind, because now he has Swamp Palace available.
Well, Swamp Palace and Ice still.
Yeah, the ice is a pendant. It's like,
Yep.
it's hard, because if you leave this, you're probably doing ice after Swamp.
Yeah, sure.
But if you
It'd
don't
be-
want to
it'd be
do
Swamp
ice,
first,
then
yeah.
going to Turtle Rock now might make more sense. Did you happen to catch if Ice Palace, all 3 items were found?
I did not.
It would be weird not to find all 3 items
And then mirror out.
and
yeah.
mirror out, but also there's been a few things, that I can't always predict what runners are going to do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I am curious if Coin Chaser. Oh, we are going to enter TR here, no? No, okay.
If you're going to use that portal to get into the Dark World, then you want to open the dungeon while you're there, so that
makes
the
sense.
next time you go up, you can use the other portal.
I guess we do not have access to too much in Turtle Rock yet.
Or if the Fire Rod is here. If the Fire Rod is here, Coin will just walk into Turtle Rock and be able to clear it.
Right. Those are flippers. Okay,
Oh,
now
he's
we have a
thinking.
decision. Yeah.
Yeah,
Buffering
okay.
some thinking time.
Deciding not to go into Turtle Rock.
Yep.
Of course, that save and quit takes him to Pyramid. that's perfectly fine. It's not that much longer to walk to Swamp from here than from going into the portal from Link's house. I don't even know which one's faster.
Interesting. Yeah, makes sense.
It might even be close enough that it would be faster if he was in the light world, but because he's not, then
Oh yeah, I have to
mirroring
wait for
and
the
then
mirror
same
transition.
equate it would make up the difference.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try a little harder to pay attention to the item counts in Swamp since Doom did not do left side Swamp moves there.
Right. So we'll see if Coin does. Coin has been playing more conservatively and more thoroughly most of this race.
Yeah, it's interesting that Doom had this huge early advantage of getting the mitts and Coin just doing all these extra checks, but then he gave it back by returning to these checks that Coin did. But there isn't really a clear lead between them,
No.
mostly because of that ice rod.
Yeah. Well, it's really both of our rods is, you know, sort of.
This is Pyramid Fairy for Doom. Yeah. Again, he's still continuing to do checks that Coin hasn't done, but it doesn't mean that Coin can't do the same. He can go to left side Swamp here and show us something that Doom didn't show us. Doom might go into Turtle Rock and waste a lot of time not having Ice Rod there, but he also might find the Fire Rod there, and then that's, you know, a big swing back in his direction. Oh, nice. This is 100% NNG strats.
That's right.
In fact, there's going to be like a 100% NNG league coming up. A lot of the runners have actually been practicing these strats. This is a really good time to whip them out. Okay, that's the mushroom.
Well, we didn't really necessarily want to see that.
No, it's fine with the flute.
Yeah.
You know what Doomtap could also do, like hammer pigs and smith chain, or like, did Doomtap do smith? He did, right?
He did.
But he didn't do magic bat.
No, neither have.
And now with the hammer, that's easy to do. But also they have hammer pegs, so they could do hammer pegs and magic bat together if they want to do some overworld. Nice arrow. Coin Chaser could use that arrow a little more than Doom, I think. He has one. He could double his arrow count if he turned in that mushroom, but he'd have to do it first. In fact, it would make sense for Coin to do Pyramid Fairy next. I'm a little bit surprised that Doom doesn't immediately follow the item he just got. Oh wait, he did. He turned in the mushroom. We were just talking about that. Yeah, he's probably doing hammer pegs and magic bat together. He could also go back into Thieves Town and get the big chest. That could be. That's a
I
huge
think that
wild
might be
card.
what. No, okay.
No, this is probably just hammer pegs, but he might do it after.
Yep.
Yeah, I cannot tell you who would go in there first. That's all in their heads.
Okay.
Just a hard piece.
Yep. Now Magic Bat. At some point, he has to return to Meyer. I'm still surprised he left it.
So he did Smith, but he did not do purple chest. That surprises me a little because he had the fruit. It was a little easier for him to do purple chest than it was for Coin Chaser. Oh, thanks.
Alright,
It's
so
okay.
turning in the powder to Magic Bat here.
Very nice
And we
ice
get
rod
nothing.
kill.
So, Doomtap at some point will have to go back to Meyer, but we still don't know where our Fire Rod is.
I have failed in my duty of counting items in Swamp. I did see that Coin walked past the big chest and didn't have a key for it, so it would be. It's probably. There's probably something in there. It doesn't really matter because neither of them is doing it. We can forget about left side Swamp until someone decides to go back in. It might just be map compass and big key. I could not tell you.
So it looks like Coin is following Doom and returning the big bomb.
Coin's about to double his arrow count.
There you go.
All right, Doomtap back in Meyer.
back
This
to
is
Meyer.
what we want to see.
Yeah. So he's going to find his Ice Rod here. He won't find his Fire Rod here.
He does have to actually get the ice rod. It's not on Vitreous. It is on. It's in the big room.
Sure, but surely he'll be opening chests until he
I
finds it.
would hope so. He might do Vitreous first and then do that.
Yep.
I'll definitely want to ask him later when the big question is why he didn't do Meyer. Oh, sorry. Why he didn't do Meyer the 2 times he had the opportunity to kill Vitreous. He could have gone into Meyer after finding Ether and then could have killed Vitreous while he was in there.
And we are looking at chests.
Oh yeah, we have to use the lamp. Maybe he just didn't want to do all of this. Doing the lamp torches and all that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to, of course. We know that he'll get the second item in just a few seconds. This is actually a really good Meyer layout. It's instant big key item if you don't do any torch lighting. Okay, door state extension. Ooh. Doesn't quite get it. I think he was trying to cancel his dash so he doesn't go down the stairs, but he canceled too early. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
It saves a million years to skip the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, coin chaser going to ice. No, yes, okay, this is ice.
So where else could our fire rod be? We still, neither runner has checked Agina, is that right?
Agina's cave, wow. I guess their best opportunity to do that was the time they were in Desert
/ Meyer.
Maybe Doomtap will do it
Doomtap
now.
could do it.
If you can remember. It's worth noting that, you know, in this live event, Speedgaming, they don't necessarily have access to the setup they're used to. They might not be running map trackers with auto tracking. So things like seeing that green square on Agina, I forgot about Agina. Like if I forgot about Agina, I'm not even playing. I'm just talking, so I could totally see that being forgotten.
Yeah, I believe Coin is using a tracker. And I believe Doom is using paper notes.
There we go. Yeah, no spooky. There's you need the fire rod. There's technically a bomb spooky, but it's not really a real strat.
Yeah, we also killed Spooky pretty good when we lamped a million times.
That's true. You could rearm all dungeon spooky, but bomb spooky is not. Doesn't care about that, but bomb spooky does care that you frame perfectly, throw a bomb south. That's the kind of thing you do if you know that you're not going to make it into brackets. But I think neither of these runners knows that because they're still waiting on Akuhaish versus Norse Maddie to finish to know who has stakes in this race. Oh, are you gonna check for us?
No, I'm just gonna. Remind myself. So, Coin is relying on a Norse Maddie win to make brackets. Doomtap is relying on a Akuhaish win to make brackets. So, in case that match is over, we have results somewhere. Yeah,
that match started a little earlier than this. That means that Akuhaish and Coin are probably watching this match right now. And one of them is rooting for one of the players. The other one doesn't care. The other one is out. The loser of that race is out. I kind of like not knowing. It puts me in the mind of the runners who also don't know.
So Coin doing a more thorough theorize.
I would love to see if there was actually another item in here.
Oh, here we go. Spike Cave is another one that we forgot.
That's right. Okay. Coin is going to progress to Gold Stair. Yeah. He's backtracking this way. That means Gold Stair.
Just a red rupee in Spike Cave.
I think Doomtap. I'm wondering if Doomtap is walking out specifically to avoid saving and quitting to Pyramid.
I forget if we left an item in Hair Basement. I believe we did. It was a big key into the big chest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that item that I said nobody is going to worry about their opponent.
For another hour and a half.
Like you might get it eventually, but you're not going to think, oh, I could have had that so long ago.
No.
Even though technically you could have, you just know a reasonable person.
Yeah, it's one of those things that neither runner is going to expect their opponent to have gotten.
The hookshot was free, so that Harry Pot was always going to happen.
Yeah, the Harry Pot was also free.
I think Doomtap might be going to Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Rods and Turtle Rock. Name Immortal Acid combo.
He might get rejected quickly.
Nice Sitch Slash from Coin Chaser. Maybe not what he was planning on, but cleaned it up very nicely. Just a single green rupee.
I love this because Coin doesn't, he knows that he doesn't need it, and he doesn't need the pendant, but he doesn't have access to save and quit until he collects that item.
Yep.
So he has to, at least I don't think he does.
I don't think so.
I think you have to pick up that item to be able to use your select menu. You might have even been mashing select.
So did Coin Chaser not clean out Swamp or Skullwoods earlier? Or wait, no, we're just getting back to the Dark One.
Coin Chaser cleaned out Skullwoods the first try.
That's what I thought.
He's doing probably Hammer Pigs and Magic
Okay.
Bat, like Doomtap did. Doomtap once again. He's forging ahead.
Yeah.
He's doing things that Doomtap hasn't done yet. Doomtap.
He's doing things that Coin
Samaria
Chaser
corruption's illegal. Yeah. There we go. Goodbye.
So we're yeah.
Goodbye
so we're
forever.
done there. Interesting.
Yeah, that's gone. That's gone forever. That's leaving behind. I think Harrod Basement's the next best thing, and you're already on the
and
mountain.
He's on his way.
That's the closest thing, and the next best thing is like TR. It's like either the Harrod Big Chest,
This
or
routing after the Mire.
the Thieves'
sort of
Big
stuff
Chest,
has turned
or
out really nicely for Doom.
who knows what they left
Yeah.
behind in Swamp, if anything.
Sure, we do have Thieves' Big Chest as well.
That's Thieves' Big Chest is actually maybe Coin's best option because he's close to that.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really interesting if it ends up being one of these two big chests.
Yep.
And it's just who went to which one because they had proximity. Is this gonna work, Doom? He's gonna. Something's missing.
What is he doing?
He's opening the big chest with.
Surely.
Oh my gosh, he didn't get this chest. He just killed Moldorm.
Interesting.
It does save a lot of time
Yeah.
to not get those.
That's a skip that I hadn't even considered.
If you think about it, it's like skipping falling to Moldorm.
Yep.
It's a middle hole that you didn't do, so that makes sense.
It does.
I respect it.
I completely see it.
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that he just went straight to Moldorm. That saves a lot of time.
So Coin did not get the Thieves' Town big chest. He's
Coin has Spy Cave. He might just be following Doomtap,
Yeah, it
which is
seems
not
like
good
it.
for him. He
No.
doesn't. You never want to be just following your
But how
opponent.
do you predict which one's not?
You
not
can't.
following?
I don't think
Exactly.
it's possible for Coin to predict what
No.
Doomtap has done, like skipping Mire and
At some point, you just have to play your game.
yeah. The only information you have to go on is that your opponent has not finished yet.
Yep.
And for all you know, there's a big end game in No Glitches Rando where you have to climb GT and kill Ganon, and
Yep.
all of that happens after go mode. So you can't necessarily know that your opponent's not just in the end game while you're doing your last locationing. It also doesn't really matter in 1v1. You're not gaining anything by metagaming on an opponent who's ahead of you that far. Oh, I guess Coin did not have the book when he was here.
All right, Doom is about to show us what's in the Hera Big Chest.
I think Coin is too. This could actually be
It's a shield.
reasonably close. Unfortunately,
no.
yeah, it's not. I kind of want it to be the Fire Rod because now
do
they're
too.
just tile room apart.
Yep.
Fire Shield, not for the Fire Rod. Oh no, Doomtap. Doomtap's going back into ice. Oh.
Yeah, you hate to see
All
it.
right, the pendulum swinging back in Coin Chaser's direction. What can Coin Chaser do that would give time back to Doomtap?
That would give time back.
Yeah.
Um,
he could go into Turtle Rock. He probably will.
Yeah.
That's going to give some time back. I just don't know what else is left. I mean, it's maybe that left side swamp if there is an item there.
Yeah, left side swamp.
And then the Thieves Down Big Chest. So, like,
Which may or may not be.
if it is a
given time
50-50
back.
between the
Yeah.
two, then that's a big enough difference that whoever goes there first is just going to be the one who's ahead. It's a little bit mean that the game has given them bombos. Doomtap
Yes.
wouldn't need to do this if he didn't have that. He wouldn't even need to be here at all. The Ice Palace would just be completely closed to him.
What's just having everything except for Fire Rod makes this very appetizing. There's no way that it's hook shot locked or anything like that.
At least the Fire Rod is keeping them out of Pendant Skull. Or at least the
True.
part that they haven't already double dipped.
Alright.
There's that
One
fire
gets
shield.
His shield. Shields for everybody. So yeah, we'll see what he does now.
Oh, it's not Turtle Rock.
He's fluting.
Let's go.
Thieves
Back to
Town,
3.
okay.
Yeah, that has to be Thieves, I think. Ooh, whoa, okay. Doomtap just did some new tech I want to
That was
explain.
interesting.
So that tech is called Spacewalk. It's a named after the runner spaces. And if you are on grid and you hook dash to the edge of to an item, like a hook shotable item that's on the edge of a pit, if you give yourself enough room to nudge around that item, you get basically like a free frame of hovering from that hook dash, and then you can just nudge around the object.
Yeah,
It's very niche tech, but you can use it to save small amounts of time here and there.
yeah, it's pretty interesting because of how niche it is and how small it is, but also it actually has like several valid uses.
It does. Once you learn about spacewalk, you start noticing all these things that are on the edges of pits and be
That's
like,
right.
I could spacewalk to that. One that's really tempting is the if you're doing like GT without the fire rod, you can spacewalk that instead of bomb jump, but it's actually also hard. I think they're both hard to do, so you might learn one or the other. Doom. I don't know if he was trying for the strat where you like dash through it while it's in midair and the door's still open. I think he just was trying to leave.
Oh no. Okay,
Oh,
there we go.
okay. No smiley
No
face.
smile, but almost a smile.
I don't think there's going to be a smile when Doomtap sees what's on
No.
the cold stare. I wonder if Doomtap will also try and save and quit out without collecting the item.
And we're gonna find out what's in the Thieves Town big chest really soon.
It is the fire rod.
It's our fire rod.
That is
okay.
disgusting. The Hammer and Meyer, though, I don't know. The thing that makes that gross is that the mitts were here. So you
Yes.
had to enter Thieves Town. You had to double dip it. You had to not go too deep. If you went too deep, then you're locking yourself out of that fire rod for the rest of the seed.
Yeah.
You had to go into Meyer next, which means you had to go all the way to Hype Cave
Yeah.
and get the flute, and
And-
then activate the flute, and go to Meyer, get the hammer.
It really does go back though to that a decision of Doomtap's early on not to go back to Meyer.
True, because
he,
Doomtap did go into Thieves
Yeah.
well after he had been in
he
Meyer.
could have made that routing.
He had been in the Meyer overworld by the time he got to Thieves again and
Yep.
didn't go into Meyer.
Yep.
I'm very curious. I really want to know if he thought it was a pendant at the time or if he had some other reasoning. So that's very solidly for Point Chaser. Doomtap's not even in the vicinity. Actually, don't know. Yeah, he's doing Catfish.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else in the area he can be doing here.
No.
So Doomtap didn't do Catfish. He went here in the Zora's Domain area from the Light World because he had the flute and was able to just flute around. He fluted to 2 and walked up here in the Light World.
And so this represents quite a bit of distance that Point Chaser's gaining over Doomtap at this point.
For sure. It's going to be pretty hard for Doomtap to catch up. But even with fast strats like the Quick Fish he just demonstrated.
I would say that if his next check is not Thieves Town big chest, he's going to be in trouble.
I don't know what he has left besides that, unless it's, that Swamp Palace.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
there we
fluted
go.
to 3. Somebody will tell us later if Swamp is actually an item. I
True.
did not. I just fell asleep every time someone was in there. Interesting coin getting a refill on the platform. I think maybe he just wanted to have beams for Chomps.
Yep.
It's very cozy to have beams for Chomps. Yeah, and he
Beams
gets
in
to.
this room
Oh,
is
I
nice.
beams in this room. That is actually.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Okay, never mind. Even beams can't save you from this room.
The little iron.
This room is awful.
It is.
It's one of the underrated bad rooms in the game.
It is really nice in the vanilla speedrun to have beams entering TR, so you can beam some of those jellies on the
think-
platforms.
I think Coin Chaser probably should have picked up the arrows that dropped. He only has 11. He can get the
He'll
5
get the 5
pot,
coming
yeah.
up, yeah. Take him to 16, and he'll be fairly comfy.
Well, the issue is, you need 18 if Ice Armos is required for the big key, but then you need another 10
Right, you don't
to
have
climb.
the guaranteed 10, sure, yeah, but I think that there's enough pot arrows. in
I'd like
the-
to commend Doomtap for not picking up the pot that has the small key that he already got. I think he even like paused and like almost did. He's there, just there to hit the switch.
Yep.
He'll at least be in go mode before Coin Chaser enters Gannon's tower. Ooh, wow, that was some dodging.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think that Doomtap could have really spiked the scene the way that he routed things, but
He could.
I don't really blame him too much because Coin's routing also very defensive. You see where, or when he found the fire rod.
Do you think Coin Chaser knows he's ahead?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Because I think you expect your opponent didn't do back of thieves, they find the mids and they leave. And then
Yep.
they don't do back of thieves until they have the hammer because the hammer is
Exactly.
free.
Yeah, the hammer was not hard.
I mean, the hammer
Yeah.
was right there on the way in Meyer.
And again, Meyer was beatable, completely beatable in logic.
It was.
Pretty early.
As soon as you finish Hype Cave, that south Dark World loop, you
Yep.
finish Hype Cave, you got Meyer access. And very hard not to get the medallion when
Yeah.
it's in the desert, so I'm just like, yeah, my opponent had the hammer. They
Yeah.
may have taken a long time to go to back of thieves, so they probably didn't double dip it. They probably didn't triple dip it like I did.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it's
well, who
just
would
the
do
tendency
that?
to always think that your opponent got routed.
Yeah, you could drive yourself crazy shadowboxing a
Yep.
perfect opponent. But the reality is that if you're making mistakes, then your opponent probably is too. Ooh, simultaneous conveyors. Too bad it's not the same one.
Yeah.
Well, Coin Chaser probably not going to die to Trinex.
Probably not.
He
Not
has
with
zero
Red Man.
cycle is the thing that's in question, and he gets that. So. Can he get the fast ROM double spin? That's hard. He can.
Got it.
Oh, but he doesn't get the last slash. But that's
Oh,
okay.
no, he gets it. He was just face tanking the hit.
You face tank the hit. Is that correct? Is that like what you do? You just face tank the hit and then slash backwards.
It's fine. Any guesses?
I like to guess 4 because it's easy to reach on my keyboard, but I don't have a keyboard right now. So I'm going to guess 4 because it's one syllable.
I'm gonna guess 9.
It's a good choice. It's also one syllable. NMG runners cannot break the habit of putting their sword away.
It's
save
impossible.
flag.
Actually impossible.
I think it's not even that it's hard to break the habit, it's that it just looks wrong to you when you have your sword. Or we make fun of runners who do that,
Yeah.
and then in rando it doesn't.
All right,
Save
Coin
time.
entering GT 127.02. You can get a timestamp for how far ahead he is.
It's a testament to the runner's skill that they can last location or nearly last location an item as
Oh, I
quickly.
know, goodness.
And
still
see it
enter
as
at
not
127.
friendly in the progression of like getting to Dark World. It forced them
True,
into
it's an
Aghanim
Agassi,
and
yeah.
that Dark World loop from the pyramid and a double dip of pod, which is hard required because the mids were locking.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know.
I speculated earlier that the double dip of pod might have been skippable because of the glove was sequence breakable, but you could not have sequence broken the glove that was in pod. You had to go
Correct,
in there.
yeah. 3, 4.
Oh, too late.
Yep, sorry.
You're still alive. You're still alive for 9. The Coin Chaser, for all my worrying, has 30 arrows.
Yeah.
He's good to go. He must have found some chest arrows on the way. That's the thing. The vanilla game puts all the chest arrows in GT, but randomizer, they're just random. If you make it all the way to
7?
Ice Armos,
7? I
that could have been 3, but it was never going to be 4.
think 7. Yep.
It probably doesn't feel good when you like don't. You're like, oh, Doomtap probably just got that right away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who does just like straight, either hope left or straight left or magician.
Yep, DM. Mm-hmm.
Joe Strats. So cozy. Oh, misses. Less cozy.
Less cozy.
No.
Okay, well, we still have 21 arrows.
21.
Yeah.
There's no hard item pull shenanigans, so the silvers are out there somewhere. They're probably
True.
here in GT. Where else would they be?
Yeah, probably.
Laser Bridge, maybe? Ganon will tell us. Okay, Doomtap going for the 0 cycle. This looks good. If the ice head doesn't move, then you have a 0 cycle. I think you can even move a little bit, and you're fine. The hard part of 0 cycle is remembering that you're on Gold Sword and that you should quick swap, because otherwise you'll stand there waiting for the head to explode before you can get you to your fire rod.
Yeah, remembering you have the Gold Sword. Pretty impossible.
Doomtap could make a decent amount of time back by getting the torch first. Not going to be enough, but it would at least put him deeper in GT, at least in the climb before Coin Chaser finishes. Oh, Coin did not go for the bow strat, which would have saved him from that RNG, but the bow strat in G5 would not have worked on the RNG he got, so having Fire Rod out was good. It can be hard to use bow in G4 and then switch to Fire Rod for G5 with quick swapping.
Yes.
So if you're using bow in G4 in rando, you're probably committing to the G5 arrow.
Alright, Coin has Lamp, so he's fine on magic, but and also have magic, but having Lamp is pretty important here.
Yeah, you should have enough to lamp the 3 torches that that he'll be next to, and then the pop. He'll have to wait for the magic to tick up before lighting the last torch.
Doomtap entering GT about 3 minutes and 20 seconds behind.
Yeah,
but
he's
he
also
does grab the big key right
yeah, and we'll get probably the small key in the pot. Yeah,
exactly.
That's good. It's nice to see him at least get
so that
some
probably
time
wipes
back.
out what, a minute and a half, a minute?
That's a huge. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a huge chunk of time, and it's a shame that the race came down to like such a big difference in go mode finding, but like it didn't have to be, especially with that GT routing difference. There's a hypothetical race where that would have turned it
Absolutely.
easily. Doomtap is also just a beast at GT climbing.
Yes.
He's a NMG 123 runner.
Certainly one of the best in the world.
He's already using faster strats in the mimics and getting them correctly, not having any disasters. I'm sure Coin Chaser is feeling the pressure of being in World War 2 and not seeing a hand raised, which is not the same as a dot done, but basically is. Not even going for the silvers check. I'm just gonna go for the end game. Ah, nice. Yeah, Doomtap's Gauntlet's really good.
Yeah, Doomtap's Gauntlet is really good.
That RNG is not his fault. That is just annoying.
We'll see how Agatu treats Coin Chaser. I think that was just one. Okay.
Oh, that's good. He did. Doomtap did Gauntlet 5 arrow and got the correct RNG for it. That's good.
Okay, Coin Chaser with a pretty good fight. Will the match is definitely in his hands now. They're pretty competent hands.
But there's no shame in being all this far up GT when your go mode was that far behind.
Absolutely
it looked
not,
like an
yeah.
insurmountable
No,
go mode,
Doomtap's
but
definitely made back some time.
he's
here.
made back time, not just from that big key.
Yeah.
This is a really nice gauntlet. Wow, he even gets, he gets that dash down. Yeah, very nice. Coin Chaser keeping it cozy on Ganon with the gold sword. You could, if you wanted to, like, play as if you had tempered, just to keep it consistent, or to keep yourself sharp, but you don't have to. You can just slash him 6 times in both phases. In phase 3, you can poke Ganon to get a first frame, but it's not likely to save a significant amount of time.
Yep. Might see a hover from Doomtap here.
I think he might have thought about it, but then Moldorm.
The sort of nasty Moldorm RNG.
It was a little bit nasty, but also it was like right in his face that he didn't have to chase down Moldorm. So it was. Oh, warps. I don't know, if Ganon teleports a lot, he could give Doomtap a chance to be in Ganon when Coin Chaser finishes.
Coin visibly distressed.
It's okay. You have rest assured that your opponent, Doomtap, is the only reason he hasn't dot done is that Ganon is still working.
Yeah.
Nice bombs. Doomtap is in perfect position to do a legal glitch when he sees Coin Chaser is finished. Actually, probably not. He's probably going to be done with the fight before that.
Probably done with the fight by then.
Yeah. We'll see. Doing some, yeah, the damage boost strat. That's a double that, like, only a high-level player is likely to get. Yeah, very nice. He'll tease it. He'll pretend to do the out-of-bounds. It's not even the side you normally do it on.
Yeah.
You can. It works. He's pretending to do overall glitches now. He's saying, I'd rather be doing HMG, which I respect. Alright, so we might actually see, oh, it's going to be like Bat Crash versus, yeah. Oh, Doomtap is going to be falling into Ganon when Coin Chaser finishes.
Well, this was an absolutely close race. No question about it. And GG's to
GG.
Coin Chaser. I expect, yeah.
I think we had more time spent in Ganon Phase 3 than we had in Aghanim 1.
Yeah, true.
This would be a great time to find out the results of the other race, too, if we can.
It would.
Maybe somebody can write it down on this piece of paper and give
I
it
just
to
want
us.
somebody to tell me.
Yeah, and the winner is...
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, congratulations, Coin Chaser. GG Doom.
Thank you, thank you. What happened?
What happened? Well, I would like to ask, like, Doom, like, Doom had an opportunity to go into Misery Mire while he was in Desert, finding Ether. Did you think Mire was a pendant at that time?
I mixed up Mire and Ice Palace.
Yes,
Okay.
That
that's
was
what we
what
thought.
happened.
Your behavior was very consistent with thinking Mire was a pendant, because you also got the hammer and left and missed on Ice Rod, which didn't matter that much. Turns out the thing that mattered was going into Thieves Town before returning to Mire.
Mhm. What else happened?
What else
what
happened?
happened to
happened?
Coin Chaser? Did he just last location the Fire Rod faster?
Both of you did, yeah, both of you did the triple dip of Thieves Town.
Yeah, but no, he did get a little bit faster. Coin Chaser played pretty thoroughly throughout in terms of routing. But, you know, really if I had to point it to one thing, it probably would be the sort of Mire Ice Palace mix stuff that probably cost you the time.
Mm-hmm.
The double dip of Ice Palace didn't help. It actually, Doomtap, you had like a pretty significant advantage in the early game. You were the first to Mitz, first to Aghanim, first to basically everything. And for most of the game, you were also doing checks we hadn't seen yet while Coin Chaser was playing from behind, but that
Yeah.
Thieves Town really made up for it.
Well, Coin was playing from behind, but also being a bit more thorough, seeing, you know, grabbing a few checks out of the way that Doomtap wasn't grabbing.
Yeah, that's why he's behind. And of
Exactly.
course, that pays off later when you do end up having to make that decision to go back into Thieves Town Big Chest.
Yeah,
You've
the-
already done all the other stuff.
Right, the decision space was already trimmed down a bit. You know, Coin noticed that it seemed early on maybe your movement wasn't as clean, some bonks here and there, some nerves, or just you know,
Definitely
nerves,
tore my
yeah.
nerves. But like once I'm like 20 minutes in, then I kind of just forget and I can just play the game.
Yeah, you definitely settled in, and the rest of the seed looked really great. Both of you played really well. We were talking about how even with a pretty mean seed with our go mode Fire Rod being in Thieves Town Big Chest, that finish or getting go mode at an hour 20 is still really quick. So
Yeah.
both of you played really well.
It didn't feel like it was an hour 20.
It never does.
No.
It
No.
always.
It felt like it was 2:20.
Yeah.
Casual boots should not go over an hour and 20 normally, and when it does, it feels like it's been 2 hours.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why Uncle tells you when you walk out the door that the seat is guaranteed to be under 2 hours, but he doesn't tell you that it's guaranteed to feel like it was under 2 hours.
So true.
Does anybody in the audience happen to know the results of the other match?
So
What did you say? Norse Matty won.
Okay,
so
so
what does
that-
that mean for
so
our
that
match?
means
That's a
that
good
if
thing, right?
if everything that we've looked at before is correct and my information sources were correct, that Coin should be going on to brackets. So
Sounds right.
congrats to Coin.
I
The
believe
outcome
that's
of this
correct.
of this match being meaningful in terms of bracket placement is really cool. So thank you for everything. But yeah, congrats, Coin.
Thank you. Yeah. The first time I went to the west side, I was like, those are pendant dungeons. So I was like, I'll go to the mountain. I'll at least get a fire rod, a hammer, or Titan's mitts, right? I'd have to get that. Found nothing. So that felt brutal the first time I went on the mountain. But yeah, no, this is a bad example, but I've always been a big proponent of when you go into Thieves Town, do the whole thing. I don't like the front four, and this absolutely, I guess, burned both of us when it came to that.
Well, actually, doing the first 4 was required in the seed.
That's
Sort
true.
of. If you wanted to do the first 4,
Yeah, the
and
first
you were
4
out of
had
mitts,
your mitts from
Right.
mine anyway.
you had to go there. And if you went all the way to the back, you were probably not going to the big chest for a while. It ended up happening anyway, but you at least had left it open for you to do the big chest with the hammer later.
Makes sense. Doom, did you do pod first when you entered Dark World? Or
I
did you
don't
go to the west
remember.
side?
Yes.
Yeah, both of
okay.
you.
Yes,
both
I
of you
did.
ran straight
Apparently
to
I
pod.
did.
There wasn't really any other option. You didn't have
No.
access to the river hook crossing.
Oh, you're
Without-
right.
Because you needed a law from pod.
You had to fake flipper, and we were thinking maybe that the glove in Thieves Town could have given you an out-of-logic access to a hammer to single dip pod, but
Turned out no.
nope, you needed mitts for that, so it was just not going to happen.
Yeah. So yeah, the pod dip was required.
Required, and it had a sword, so not too bad.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions? Or?
No, congrats on advancing to bracket. Coin Chaser,
Yeah, congrats
And-
on a great tournament performance, Doomtap.
yeah, and we'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks a lot.